Yo, what is going on, guys? And today I want to talk about the Orlando Magic and what I think of the state of the franchise. Basically, I want to hear down below before we start today's video. What do you guys think of the Orlando Magic? Are they tanking? How long will this rebuild take? And what does the future look like it has in store? So, let's get into today. And the first thing I want to talk about, a little controversial, but will Steve Clifford still have a job at the end of the year? And it's not because Steve Clifford is a bad coach. No. Clifford is a winning coach. Steve Clifford is a guy you bring in to win. And he's shown it in Charlotte. He won. He had a few winning seasons, and I think he had two winning seasons in Charlotte, and so far in his 3 seasons in Orlando, he's gone to the playoffs twice. This is a guy you bring in to go to the playoffs, in my opinion. I don't think Steve Clifford wants to do a rebuild. So, I if this is a quick rebuild, I understand if they keep Steve Clifford, but I want to hear from Orlando Magic diehard fans. Do you believe that they could just mutually agree to part ways because Steve Clifford doesn't want to stick around for a 2-year rebuild and just have 3 seasons now be washed away? And I want to hear if that's a legitimate thought. So let's just get into the actual grit and grind and talk about what this team is looking like. And I think it's a fun team. It's a very fun team. We saw Ken Burch just get waived. And they recently just played the Washington Wizards, which they lost. But we've been seeing Chuma, tell me how you say this, Chuma Oeki, I hope I'm saying that correctly, has been showing some life. He's an interesting power forward. He's out of Auburn. He missed his entire rookie year with injury, so really this is his rookie year. And he's been shooting 36% from three, 42% from the field, about 7 points a night, a steal, half a block, 2 assists, 4 rebounds in 24 minutes. And it's not bad at all. It's decent numbers for a rookie who's a stretch four, who's 6'6", and he puts up three pointers a night. And I do like him. He's a good modern day stretch four. They have Wendell Carter, who I'm not a fan of. Personally, my roommates are Bulls fans. They're all three of them are from Chicago, and they're not. They used to love Wendell Carter, but Wendell Carter just reminds me of an old big man who, like an old school. He's built like an old school big man, and he's just trying to play. He's like trying to make his game a modern day big man game. I'm not a huge fan of him. Yeah, he has 8.5 rebounds. He has 1.2 blocks a game so far, shooting 60% from the field and 22% from three. And so far, he's played 6 games for Orlando and started 3 of them. He's been getting 15 points. He's looked decent. He hasn't looked bad. I would not re-sign him. I think he's going to want too much money. If I was the Orlando Magic, I would not worry about re-signing him after next year. I think you should. I think Mo Bamba has a higher ceiling than Wendell Carter, even though Mo Bamba hasn't been spectacular. But in the past 7 games, I think he's shown some life. 11 points per game, 1 block a game, half a steal a game, an assist a game, 5.5 rebounds a game, 43% from three, 48% from the field in 17 minutes in the last 7 games. And I think those are good numbers. And for the season, he's been putting up a lot more 3-pointers than he's usually putting up. And in this stretch, he's been putting up what seems like at least like 4 to 5 threes a night. And I like Mo Bamba better than I like Wendell Carter's potential. Cole Anthony's a really fun guy. I'm surprised they didn't trade Terrence Ross or cut James Ennis or Michael Carter Williams or buy out Otto Porter. It seems like they're going for a rebuild, but they're keeping some veterans around. Maybe they move them in the offseason. I want to hear your guys' opinion. Why do you think they kept these guys? RJ Hampton's a guard that I really like. And so far for the Orlando Magic, he's played 6 games, 23 minutes a night. And he's been looking good. 37% from three on almost 3 attempts a night. 46% from the field on 10 shots a night. Getting a steal a game. Dishing out almost 2 assists, 5 rebounds, and dropping 11 points a night. I've been really liking RJ Hampton. And I think he could be a really good combo guard. Secondary ball handler next to Markelle Fultz / Cole Anthony. Have RJ Hampton at the shooting guard position. He has the size 6'4", 6'5", got the length. and then you could run Terrence Ross and Michael Carter-Williams at that small forward position with James Ennis and Otto Porter Jr. Otto Porter Jr. has been playing some backup power forward and some power forward. There's still Dwayne Bacon. There's not like super young guys on this roster. Like there's Cole Anthony. We could talk about Cole Anthony. I do really like RJ Hampton. This team has Gary Harris. I'm not a fan of Gary Harris. And they have Carmen Main, who's a Canadian guy. If you guys haven't heard of him, he's fun. He's fun. He's an interesting guy to watch. But Gary Harris so far for the Orlando Magic has not even played for them yet. So we'll see what happens there. And Kareem Main hasn't shown much. Guy out of Canada, played in Canada at least. I did a little like scout for him pre-draft. This team is definitely in a rebuild. I think what's going to happen is they're probably just going to figure it out by... I could see if Steve Clifford leaves, they're going full rebuild. If Steve Clifford doesn't go, they're going to do a quick retooling and try to continue being an 8th seed. I just wish they could just fully commit and try to get like Kate Cunningham. They have too many guards, and like it just seems like they don't understand guard play. I get really upset. That's it.